What's poppin'? This is the Popcorn Perspective. It's AK with J. I gotta say, this is gonna be a spoiler review, but wow, what the hell did we just watch? What did you think,
So,
Jay?
look, this is the main question everyone's asking. Did Disney-fy Deadpool?
No,
You sure?
I don't think they did at all. They did not Disney-fy the shit out of this.
No. Deadpool roasted Disney.
I was so shocked to see all the disses, like, oh, this is a multiverse movie, but not like and then he like made a dig and like, oh, I know it hasn't been good yet. These multiverse movies have been pretty shitty, but then I was like, God.
Dude, how Deadpool keeps getting away with it is beyond me, but I love it.
I'm not arguing. Like, I love it. I love the
I'm
guts,
back.
the ball.
Marvel's
Yeah.
back. Let's go.
He's like, I'm Marvel Jesus. Like, I'm gonna bring Marvel back.
And he did.
And I love that ongoing joke. Like, oh, the one thing that Kevin Feige said we couldn't do was cocaine. And then they kept naming all the, like, I guess, other names for cocaine. It's like, no. And then, like, all the other movies, like, man, I just really wish we could have cocaine and stuff. And I'm just like, I said, I guess you can't sniff it on screen, but you can make reference of it. I think that's like the only. I think the only thing they did not do, but I'm not sure if the movie had context for it, was like the original Fox movies had like sexual content, like nudity. This one didn't have any of that. But I mean, there's no need for it in this film. Like the story they're going for.
No, the story that we're going for was we're gonna show you guts. We're gonna like tear apart your favorite Wolverine and Deadpool characters, and you're gonna enjoy it. And by golly, did I enjoy it!
So we're gonna go ahead and structure this here with like our top 5 or so favorite things that happen in this movie. But what did
But
you
like
think, Jay?
in pure popcorn perspective,
Fashion.
we're probably not gonna start any structure.
No, exactly. We're gonna try it here, but what was your favorite part of the movie? Like, where was that one, oh my gosh, moment?
Okay, look. So biggest gasp I got in the theater was the entrance of Blade. Wesley Snipes.
Yes. Somehow, so I'm not sure, Jay, do you know the background between Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes?
No, what is it?
So Ryan Reynolds was actually in one of the original Blade movies with Wesley. Yeah, so Ryan Reynolds has been in three comic book characters: Green Lantern, a character in Blade, and Deadpool. He and Wesley Snipes famously had a big falling out in the set of Blade, and they hated each other.
Ryan Reynolds was annoying? Is that what you're saying?
Basically, yeah. He was basically Deadpool now. But I don't know what happened. Whatever happened on the set of Blade, I don't know what happened. I wasn't a mosquito on the wall, a fly on the wall. But Wesley Snipes and Ryan Reynolds made up, and they managed to get him back in the movie. And I was so confused. Like, Wesley Snipes, like, how did you convince him to join? Like, it's been 20 years. It's been so long.
And the whole Marshall Ali becoming the new Blade. Everyone's like, "Ooh, Marvel is like pushing aside Blade. He's not given his good set." Like, there was so much negativity created. This, like, everyone in the theater just gasped. They're like, no one.
And it was funny because Wesley Snipes was like, "Ain't nobody else gonna be Blade." And I was like, "You're such an ass." So I'm like, come on, man, give this to Ali a chance.
I know, and then Deadpool looks at the
He looks at the
camera,
audience. He's like, yeah. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I mentioned on the last video, Kevin Feige did announce that the Blade movie, whenever it officially comes out, is going to be rated R. So that's amazing, and I can't wait to see that. But Wesley Snipes, fantastic.
What was the biggest gasp at your theater? Like, what was the biggest surprise?
Yeah, I'm torn between two things. One would have been Chris Evans' character, like who he plays, and then maybe when Wolverine puts on his cowl, his helmet, and showing the official rings, Wolverine suit. As a comic fan, I've been waiting to see Wolverine in his full suit. The whole movie they've been playing with
Since
and teasing
early
it.
2000?
Yeah, literally. And just seeing him in the full helmet suit, which is beautiful, but I think I have to give it to Playmon, #Playmon.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise. So obviously we all thought it was Captain America.
Yeah, so like they tease it because they show his face, but he's wearing like this, they're in the void, and he's wearing like this Mad Max style apparel, and he's like, they think it's Captain America. Even Deadpool thinks it's Captain America. He's like, oh, Captain, and then doing like a fight scene, they flame on, and he whips out his uniform, the blue Fantastic Four from like the early 2000 films. I was like, what? And then he was swearing and cursing. I'm like, this is.
I love this version of Chris Evans. It is awesome. Oh, yeah. Give me more Chris Evans. Like this version of Chris Evans. Bring him back as anything. I don't care. I love it.
Like, yeah, it just. I always forget how like Chris Evans back in the day was only like in rom-coms or like comedy movies, and then out of nowhere he becomes like the serious Boy Scout Captain America, like big muscular guy, and I'm like, I like showing like he's going back to his roots, being against this comedic, cursing, fuckboy. It was hilarious, but it was great. What about you? What's the second thing that you loved the best of the movie? Loved the most?
Man, okay, so the Mad Max references were pretty funny. We recently watched Furiosa. So,
such a good movie, but
yes, it is actually really good. Then I found it boring. Anyways, that's a conversation for another day. Anyways, the Mad Max references were hilarious, and I think that little shawarma scene at the end.
Yes, that was cute. That was funny. I mean,
someone who's been here for Marvel from the beginning, like that was nice. That was like, that's sweet.
It was a nice callback to the end of Avengers 1 where they had shawarma. Yeah. What about Deadpool?
Okay, Deadpool's owner is beautiful Ryan Reynolds.
Beautiful, yeah. It's like is honest. No, it's truthful Reynolds, right? Or
something like that. Or nice
handsome.
Reynolds?
It's handsome Reynolds. Okay, it's handsome Reynolds. Yeah. Or handsome Deadpool. Handsome Pool. Yeah.
Oh god, and he's just so dumb.
He's just such a nice guy. He has a Canadian accent, like, hey, and he's like, I have a dog. He's like, but the whole time it was funny because like our Deadpool is like he sees like these beautiful golden revolvers, Colt 45 revolvers on his belt buckle, and he's like, ooh, I want those. Like, yeah, over my dead body. And what does Deadpool end up doing? Making sure he gets him killed just to take those guns out. But yeah, so, Deadpool might be one of my favorites.
What about Short Wolverine? That got the biggest laugh in the theater.
Comic accurate Wolverine. Perfection. Just perfection.
My short king.
As a short king myself, I was like, hey, I want more Wolverine, like comic. So in the comics, he is actually like 5'3", 5'4". So
I see.
It was cool to see comic accurate Wolverine, but what Wolverine got you the most? What the hell? How did they do that? How did they pull that off?
Daniel Radcliffe. Just kidding.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? Did I miss something? Did we watch a different movie? No.
Nah, but that would have been funny.
I would have loved that, but Henry.
No, Henry Cavill.
Superman himself.
And I like the whole hinting at, because he's coming to Marvel. Apparently he's coming to Marvel. So it's like, hey, come to Marvel. We'll treat you right. Because
we'll treat you better than the guys across the street. And I was like, no. They were so good. I was like, that's so messed up. But yeah, just seeing Henry Cavill, big buff, like buffer than like Hugh Jackman has ever been, smoking a cigar, working on a bike.
It worked, though.
I was like, because okay, I'm not gonna lie. While that scene played out, where Deadpool was walking towards that Wolverine, I was like, that's not Hugh Jackman. Who is that?
It's not Hugh Jackman.
I'm like, that's like maybe like 2010 Hugh Jackman, but that's not now Hugh Jackman. And then they like finally they cut away to his face. Like, wait, how did Marvel do that? Like, how did it keep surprising me? So another big thing I liked a lot was the big team up that they had in this movie. That was X-23. She comes back. The same actress, Daphne Keane, comes back. You have Elektra coming back. You have Blade, we mentioned earlier, coming back. And we have Johnny Storm and Gambit.
We don't have Johnny Storm. No, we don't have Johnny Storm.
He was supposed to be part of the lineup, remember? But he died out earlier. But
Gambit, who's played by Channing Tatum. What was your take on that?
So I mentioned this earlier to you before we started filming, the backstory on who Gambit is, or why not Gambit, who he is, but sorry, I'm blanking on his name. What's his name again?
Channing
The
Tatum?
actor. Channing Tatum, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so seeing Channing Tatum portray Gambit, so he's been wanting to play Gambit for almost 15 years. And this is back when Fox was his own thing, and Fox greenlit a movie, then canceled it, then put a not post-production, like production hell, and then they finally found a director, then they started doing like writing, then they got canceled again, then Disney bought them out, so it got all scrapped. So it's just cool to see Channing Tatum, but I was like his favorite comic book hero, and he's always wanted to portray him on live screen. At least give him a chance to portray it.
I didn't understand a single word he said.
It was brilliant.
Every scene with him was hilarious.
And I love how Deadpool keeps like, who is your accent trainer? Like
your acting coach.
Your acting coach. I was like, oh, your voice, yeah. Because he had like the big Cajun accent that Gambit has. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think if Channing Tatum had his own movie, I think it wouldn't have been that absurd.
No. They definitely played into the parody of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
brilliant. And it was cool, seeing two Gambits now this year. We had an X-Men 97 and we had Gambit here. So as a Gambit fan, it was cool to see. We're eating good here, Gambit fans. But seeing Channing Tatum, that was just amazing. And that was just hilarious. Because the whole time he's like, yeah, I guess I'm here. I don't know, what movie I'm from. Like he made reference that he just didn't have a home. He's like, yeah, I don't know what universe I'm from.
Did you think, or do you think we're gonna see the payoff of Thor crying over Deadpool?
It has to be. I mean, that was that was such a weird moment. So, like when he's in the TVA, from Loki, the time variant authority. Paradox is trying to recruit him, and Paradox is like flipping through, I guess, some like Avengers films, trying to show him who he'll be a part of, and we see Thor crying over a dying Deadpool, and that was like,
it could be that Thor doesn't know Deadpool.
Exactly, that's all I'm thinking. I think it's gonna be a big joke, that I'm still alive, but yeah, that was like the driving motivation from Deadpool all throughout this movie. He's like, I want to know what. Well, that's one of the driving forces, but he's like, I want to know what Thor was crying about, and we never get that paid off. So I'm really hoping that soon, or like in a big movie.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's going to be
interact with a lot of these characters. I mean, we got the interaction with Happy Hogan, right?
That was funny too. That was cute.
Yeah, I know. Dude, so there's in that scene, there's a thing that they keep referring to, the big guy upstairs. So you think it's Kevin Feige, right?
So I think it's playing on the words of the big guy upstairs. So I think because they never say who Deadpool is referring to, I think Happy Hogan thinks it's Tony, but I think Deadpool is referring to Kevin Feige.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's Tony. I don't know how or why that would work.
I mean, so if you look at it, I think they said this was 2018 is when he went to the future, which is the end of Deadpool 2. So Tony Stark is still alive. Okay. So it could still be Tony Stark.
Right. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Because I think he dies in 2022 and the Avengers 5 years later.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's still alive. So you could definitely be right, and I could be just reading into the fourth wall break that Deadpool does, but my headcanon is he's talking about Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige? That would be pretty funny.
Okay, so I know you haven't seen She-Hulk, and I don't think many of y'all have. She-Hulk also breaks the fourth wall in the last episode. She breaks out of the Disney Plus app. She breaks out of the app and she goes to confront Kevin Feige. So that's why I was thinking they might be referring, like, playing on that. But I mean, that's a very deep cut for like the 10 people who watch She-Hulk.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
Like, yeah, don't. It's not good.
We've had so many glowing remarks. Is there anything that you felt maybe they pushed a bit harder on? Things that they would have changed?
Yeah, I mentioned briefly in the non-spoiler review, which definitely check out if you want to see a non-spoiler review for a movie that's been spoiled on already. But anyways, I feel like the villains, Cassandra Nova and Mr. Paradox, I feel like they were just underdeveloped. I think Cassandra was criminally underused, and I feel like Paradox, Matthew McConaughey, he was just basically playing Tom Ranksback from Succession, a goofy, weird, lunatic, crazy person, which I love him as Tom in Succession, but I feel like that character was not really necessary in the movie.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Cassandra Nova, every scene she's in, the ability that she has is just mind-blowing. And the way so Professor X can get into people's mind without touching them. Cassandra Nova literally has to touch people, but the way she is like putting her hand into like their brain.
It is
which
disturbing.
Is brilliant. Like the way they depict it is so.
Do you want to explain who Cassandra? Yeah, do you want to explain who Cassandra Nova is to the audience you don't know?
Oh yeah, sorry, I figured with the reference. So it's Professor X's sister, twin sister.
Twin sister, yeah.
Yeah.
But
a variant of.
Yeah, but holy shit, she was terrifying, and that's why I want to see more of her because she was such a cool villain, and I'm like. I wanted to see more of her because she was eating every scene she had, but she only had like 4 scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah, man. And I think if they were to develop her a little bit more, she's definitely coming back. I mean,
she has to.
She's like Professor X. So. They never die.
So did you have? Yeah, no, it was great. But did you have anything that you had negative about the movie?
Yeah. So I think a few like. So I know you enjoyed it, the Deadpool fight that they had. I think it was just a little prolonged for me, which eventually led up to nothing. Then again, I have to keep reminding myself, it is Deadpool. Most things end up with nothing.
Exactly.
It's not about that. It's just about the fun of it.
Yeah, so
this is me like really trying to nitpick because I freaking love this movie so much. The music
that's what I'm
brilliant.
Saying. It was hard to find a couple of bad things. Yeah, it was super hard to find like that negative, but I see what you mean. Like, so Deadpool basically fights like 100 different variants of Deadpool, and it was just a stupid slow-mo one shot across the whole bus scene. It was stupid. We could have had an extended
fight at Cassandra's place.
Yes.
Showing the other guy's abilities a bit more and shorten this out. I think I would have taken that compromise a bit better.
Yeah, because Elektra, we really didn't see her do anything but like do this whole time, just like swinging her sword. I'm like, I want to see Elektra have like a cool moment because let's be real, she's not a cool character. So like, but but no, I agree. Like maybe cut that and extend the castle scene. That would be cool. But I enjoyed the Deadpool fight scene personally. That was I was giddy laughing the whole time. But I think the only other thing I would say is a negative is all of his old side characters and friends from the original 2 Deadpool movies were sidelined hard.
Yeah, it would be nice to see Super Negasonic and
Yuki. Like her, Yuki, obviously Vanessa. What's the taxi driver?
Peter. Like way more
Peter
than I was expecting.
We're talking about Peter was great, and I love that ending where like that's the only thing that can get the Deadpools to stop fighting Deadpool is a Peter. Apparently, there's a Peter variant in every universe, but every guy needs a Peter in their life.
It reminded me of Rick and Morty, where every Rick has a Morty to counterbalance their energies or something.
Okay, so, I've not seen it. I know. I need to watch it. It's still on my to-watch list, but no, that was great. But yeah, I just wish the Dopender, is that the taxi guy's name? Yeah. I want to see more of him. I want to see. There's just a lot of the Colossus didn't have one line in his whole movie.
No,
it's like, Colossus was such a cool character in the first 2, but I mean that's like probably the only thing I'd say on negative is just the side characters we've gotten, unfortunately. But
you know what we did get? A whole bunch of Wolverine.
Yes.
Oh my god, those fight scenes that they were just going at it with each other. That's exactly what I wanted.
They had this running gag about the Honda Odyssey, where like in the beginning he's selling a Kia and he's trash talking Honda, and at the end he and Wolverine has like this amazing badass like nonstop fight that lasts all night long. At the end he's like, man, I kind of like the Odyssey now. It's like such a stupid joke. But yeah, the blood, the gore, the language, everything was used to perfection.
Yeah, it was such a fun movie.
100%. I mean, there's not much more I can say besides I want to watch this movie again.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to go watch it again. This weekend or next weekend, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. This is a movie that I seriously just can't wait for it to come on Disney Plus, just so I can put it in the background whenever I'm like doing the dishes or something, just so I can have a good laugh for the background. And there's so many like Easter eggs and details that I just want to also go and like pause.
I missed so much. I want to see it again.
Exactly. But
I
think that's
one
all I have
good
to
thing
say.
about the Deadpool series. I feel like the rewatchability is so high. Like, it's fun every time you watch it.
Well, I guess since you were talking about the other Deadpool movies, where does this rank compared to the other two?
Dude, the first one was so unique when it came out.
Yeah.
It was awesome. The second one took everything and just refined it and just took it up a level. This one's so good. I'm gonna go recency bias and say this one's the best. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, 3, 1, 2.
I think I agree with that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do need to rewatch it. I'm actually planning this weekend, since I love this movie so much, I'm going to rewatch 1 and 2 this weekend and get my weekend full of Deadpool. But no, do you have anything else to say?
Nah, just like, subscribe, and catch us for more.
Yeah. Oh, we did not mention our rating.
We might be doing Borderlands, right? Borderlands, that's coming up next.
That's coming up next. Yeah, Borderlands is coming out.
Yeah.
That seems interesting.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. But we not mentioned our rating. Theater pop, right? The movies at Theater Pop. Yeah. No denial. Yeah. There's no discussion, no debate. 100% Theater Pop popcorn. Watch it in theaters.
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, just freaking look at Rotten Tomatoes. Like, that's killing it in there. Yeah. Go watch it.
Shit. Yeah. Watch this movie. Enjoy it, and like he said, like, comment, subscribe.
All right. Peace.
That was.